see if we can get any research done here. Starting with Caterium, we've got a couple of things left. Okay, I'm guessing it doesn't draw from my dimensional debit card, so I'm gonna have to make a couple of withdrawals here. Yeah, here we go. Priority power switch. Priority power switch unlocked. This assists with power grid management by automatically powering down specified connections when a grid failure is imminent. Use it to prioritize power for the most important infrastructure. Alright, I'm hoping I never have to go that far. Or push things that hard, but you never really know, do you? Oh, this. I need to make some bullets. Because, yeah, here we go. Because my aim is, well, not to put too fine a point, a bit bad. I mean, I'm never really 100% sure when shooting the rifle whether or not I actually hit anything. Just hope I have enough to cover the cost here. Yeah, there we go. All right. So, bullet guidance system. This might just bring the rifle back into operation. Homing rifle ammo unlocked. This ammo can be loaded into a normal rifle and, when fired, will seek a target. Clarification, this does not make the rifle a homing rifle. If you leave the rifle alone, even when loaded with this ammo, it will not return home like a devoted and adorable puppy and or kitten. Well, I wasn't expecting the gun to get up and walk. Okay, what about this stuff? I need steel pipes. Well, I can just go over and get them from Steel Hill. Speaking of, I just realized something about making screws. Now, I might have complained about getting just another recipe for another alternate recipe for screws, but in all honesty, I've got, well, just take the rods that are here, because using steel beams makes way more screws. All right, I'll just wait for these to run out before I change this over from using rods to using steel beams. It goes through steel beams a lot more slowly than it goes through rods. And I certainly won't need so many constructors. I think I'm running out of steel pipes, so let me just... Do I have any deposited? Oh yeah, I got like 600 of them deposited I forgot about. Still, I suppose it doesn't really hurt to check. keep track of this stuff if some things draw from the dimensional upload and some don't. Alright, so let me withdraw some steel pipes. Seems to have done that already. What was the thing I was working on? Oh yeah. Mark III power poles. Power pole Mark III unlocked. It has significantly more power connections compared to the previous models. Well, I suppose I ought to put that to the test at some point. What else? Well, I don't have enough computers, although I have been putting more plastic in there. And here, oscillators as well as computers. And both of those... How'd the recipe go again? Need heavy modular frames. Given the amount of rifles, bullets I need, this might I might need to, well, maybe not make an actual factory, but at least use something, put it through like a constructor or something. Okay, so yeah, this uses high-speed connectors. Interesting. I think that's all I can do, though. I mean, yeah, it's a lot with Caterium, but what is that computer factory doing? Okay, well, let me see. How much rubber do I have? 160. I'm going to take some out. And then motors. Even with the deposited stuff, I still don't have enough. But as long as I'm here, let me just go over to the hub and drop off the rubber. Okay. I'll hold off on everything else until I have everything I need there. And that should be rubber. Or sorry, motors. I do have a motor factory going, and I don't know whether the storage there is full yet or not. That reminds me, how am I doing for concrete? Oh, yeah, alright. I'm gonna go take some out. Maybe not from here, but if I'm not making encased industrial beams using steel beams anymore, there was I think I used all that up. The concrete that, yeah, I did use all that up. Take it from here, deposit that. Followed up with that, so I'll have it full to capacity in there, and then drag another one just in case I need it. Now where are the motors? They are way over here. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Plus the one I already have is 5, so that's 5 stacks, 250 motors. I forgot I was setting that up for automated wiring. Do I have any cable in my account here? I got some, but it's not full, so I'll deposit that next. Go over here where they're manufacturing the heavy modular frames. Looks like they are out of screws. Okay, so that means I can make an adjustment here. The steel screw. 520 a minute. Oh, wait. Take these out. 260 a minute. But here's the thing. The way I have this configured, it only needs 240 a minute. So I'm just going to tune that down to there. And take out, well, I have to retool this just a bit. Mark III conveyor belts, I think they take up to 270 items a minute, so 240 is no big deal there. Even if it is, I do have Mark IV that it's made out of encased industrial beams, so I consider it just a little bit on the expensive side. But even there, I'm making those using steel pipes. So let me just grab all the rest of the steel pipes out of here. Sorry, I mean the steel beams. I suppose this method is a little obsolete in as far as making encased industrial beams. But since I've done all that, well, let me first put all the steel beams into the heavy modular frame manufacturing plant. I suppose I could string conveyor belts all the way up here. See, how's that coming out? Oh yeah, there we go. as long as it's got a steady stream of supplies, it'll make one of those modular frames every 30 seconds. Eventually get enough to advance to bauxite refinement. But one thing I gotta do first is something that I imagine is long overdue here. At least for the time being. I'm going to finally refuel that tractor. Full. Oh, and you know what I ought to do? Put some coal in my so-called bank account. There should be... Okay, it's going up instead of down. Here it is, the crafting bench. It's got coal but no fuel. I'll go back to Steel Hill. Okay, yeah, I never did turn off the miners, did I? So as soon as the tractor gets back, Steel Hill will be running again. Okay. So I'm going to drop off the motors and then see how the computers are doing. Go 250 motors. I'll deposit some coal here. Oh, I had this stashed away. Must have forgotten about that. Yeah, I had 50 more modular frames, so I'm okay there as well, but how many computers do I have right now? 50 plus 27, it's 77. 5 more computers. That's 2.5 a minute. So maybe a few more minutes. But while I'm thinking about it, I'll drop these off too. Yeah, I know there's a lot of back and forth in all this. You know, while I'm thinking about this, I had to go down to the quartz cavern and see how if I have the 50 oscillators I need for whatever it was. I can't remember offhand what it was, but there was at least one thing that I needed 50 oscillators for. I'm actually kind of curious where else oscillators are used. I know I made some of them from... I used some of them to make my car, but... Okay, so I have enough oscillators, but I also have enough computers to open up bauxite refinement. Milestone reached. Bauxite is refined into aluminum products via a multi-step process. Considering your past achievements, you should have the minimum required skill to overcome these new production challenges. If it helps, many others have done this before, so if you fail, someone else will eventually succeed. That's optimism for you.